Hey guys! Now I know you looked at the title and you're like, what new member? Well, I think the thumbnail is going to give the answer away. I don't know how I'm going to do the thumbnail, but if you couldn't tell by the thumbnail, the newest member is the kitty cat. Aww. You know your girl had to get a cat. You know what? You know. I realized that I didn't do like an intro. I never do intros because it's like my life is so hectic and I just grab the camera and run out the house and be like, I didn't do an intro. They're going to be like, what the heck are you doing? So I had to do an intro now. Today, what's today? Today is the 3rd of January, okay? And you're going to get this video today on the 3rd of January. But I just wanted to quickly give you like a story time behind the whole thing of us getting this little kitty cat. Because there were some things that happened. So let's just get started. I wanted to get this kitty cat a long time ago. Well, not this particular one. I wanted to get a kitten a while ago. And I wanted to get it set for their Christmas present. You know how they each got their own Christmas gifts? And then I wanted this to be a big family present. But I couldn't find a kitty. And I didn't want it to be a big, older cat. I wanted the kitten to grow with them, you know? Since they're hyper, get a hyper kitty cat, you know? Have someone to play with that's running around like them, you know? I was looking at the Humane Society, and I finally saw, well, actually there were 2 kittens there. And I finally saw some tiny little kitty cats. And so I ran to the Humane Society. First, I wanted to go with it just being me and giving them the gift as a surprise. But on the days that my mom was not able to watch them is the day, well, the day that my mom wasn't able to watch them was the day that the kitty was there. So I had to bring them. And so I had to like get this in my head, like how I'm going to do the surprise. Because now I'm not going to have it where I bring it home and then I'm like, go in my room. There's something in my room. And then a kitty cat pops out, you know. So I had to do it a different way. So I actually bought them with me. And we had to get there super early because there were only 2 kittens. There were 2 kittens and 2 like 10-year-old cats. And I didn't want to get a 10-year-old cat. That cat's not going to be hyper, you know. Not hyper for their level. And then usually cats that are that old, they don't want to be bothered as much as like little kids. They don't want to be bothered for little kids. But so I wanted a little kitty cat and there were only 2 left and we had to get there fast. I'm going to show you this part of me introducing the idea of the gift and how we had to get there really fast. Okay, we're somewhere that they don't know where we're at. Okay, I'm gonna show you. Well, I don't know how to tell you. Let me see. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, you remember yesterday when I kept saying that for almost a month I was trying to do something? Okay, I couldn't do it because they didn't have any that I wanted. But now they have something that I want. And I think you guys will want it too. I'm gonna show you in a second. Look how they look like. What? What is that?
A kitty cat. A kitty cat.
Yeah. Her name's Chloe. And hopefully they have her still here. Because when they're tiny like that, everybody wants them. So that's why we drove up here. And if they have it, we'll adopt her. Look at them, they are corrupt. But don't go in there scaring the poor kitty cat. Okay?
And we can show Nana.
Yeah, you can show Nana. Yeah. Now, don't go in there scaring her because then she won't want to be with us.
We're gonna have to get kitty food.
Yeah, But y'all see, y'all cutting me off when I say that. But this is the most important thing. Don't go in there and scare her because then she won't want us to be her family. You understand? And you have to be gentle. You understand?
I always wanted to have a kitty or a dog. And now we're finally gonna get a kitty.
Yeah, now you go ahead. What you gonna say?
I'm so glad I have that kitty cat.
Yeah, he said Nana's gonna say, I'm shocked y'all have a kitty cat.
Listen, we had to be doing listen, we set this video at this point, so I'll get and he name with it.
Yeah.
On it.
Yeah, you guys are so silly. So they're gonna be opening in a couple minutes. Okay, so now I'm gonna explain something. Well, how it started, when we first got there was a lady that was already there. They opened at noon, and there was a lady that got there at 9:30. We got there like 11:33. I remember we got there at 11:33, and we were like, should we stand outside? Like, what's the point of standing outside? And the lady didn't stand outside yet. The lady that was there since 9:30, but when she saw us pull up and us getting out the car, she went up to the door. She was like, I'll be doggone if I get here like 3 hours, almost 3 hours early, and I don't get a kitty cat. So she got out, she went to the door, and then there was this other car that pulled up. And then we were getting ready to get out of the car. It was raining, the kids wanted their umbrellas, but this lady had 3 teenage kids, and she yelled at her daughter, run! And that daughter ran to the front door way before we could get there. So I didn't know that it was like a first come, first serve type of situation. I thought it was if there's more than one person there to see a cat, then everybody would see the cat, and which family or which person bonded well with the cat is the one that would adopt I was about to say adopt the child, but adopt the cat. But that's not how it is at this humane society. It's first come, first serve. And so we ended up being the third in line, and there were only 2 kitty cats. So you do the math. So while they were in there, the first lady, she took both cats in the room, and we all were like, what? This lady's gonna take the cats. We all might as well go home. So then she only wanted one. She only wanted the little boy. And I found some pictures on Google of what type of cat it was. It was like a gray and white tabby cat. I don't have pictures of the actual cat, but these pictures that I'm gonna put like right here, this looks exactly like these 2 kittens. Exactly. And I know you're like, oh, those cats are so cute. And she took both of them in the room, and we all thought that she was gonna adopt both of them. But she decided to only take the boy. The little boy's name was Ruby, and the little girl's name was Chloe. And she decided to only take the boy. But at first, let me go back. When she took both of those cats in there, I was like, oh, Heavenly Father, in Jesus' name. And I just started praying. And I was like, I can't walk out of here without a cat. Like, my kids are here. If it was just me by myself, yeah, I'd be sad. I'd be disappointed. And I'm like, dang, I gotta wait until another kitty cat pops up. But I wouldn't cry, you know, like a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old, they're gonna cry. So I was like, Lord, 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 the day that I gotta bring my kids here, please don't let that be the day that they're devastated and disappointed and heartbroken, saddened, crushed. So then I was just praying, and Eddie kept pulling on my arm because I had my head back like this, just praying. And he kept pulling my arm. When we gonna get to see our Cleo? He kept calling it Cleo. Mommy, when they gonna give us our Cleo? I want my Cleo. I'm like, stop. The name is Chloe, and it's not ours. He kept saying it, and Lizzie kept telling him, be quiet, be quiet. So he kept pulling on me. And then Lizzie was like, well, wait a minute. He getting some attention. Let me do something to get some attention. And then she just kept going. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they keep interrupting my prayer. So then I leaned down to Lizzie and I whispered in her ear. I said, Elizabeth, you see my eyes closed, right? She was like, yes. And I'm praying to God, okay? I'm telling them that I don't want that lady to adopt Chloe, okay? So can you let me pray? And then she said, okay, Mom, go. And then she looked over at Eddie. She said, you stop it. I'm just praying for Chloe. Like that. And then Eddie was like, okay, but I still want to talk. Like that. He kept giving that look. So then I prayed and I said, please don't let this woman adopt both those cats. And then the, I guess she's like a social worker type of deal for a cat, but I forgot what they called her. But she's the one that goes in to see if you want to adopt a cat. And so, she came out and she said, the lady's not gonna adopt Chloe. She's just gonna adopt Ruby. And I was like, thank you, God. Like that. So then Lizzie was like, she took both of them. I said, no, she's only gonna take Ruby. She's not gonna take Chloe. And so she was like, yes, like that. So then she was like, so we can go in there now? I said, no, that family got to go in there now. The family where the lady said, run to her daughter. If we got to the door before that lady's daughter got there, we would have had Chloe. So then they had to go see Chloe. They went in there. And then she was like, they're going to adopt her. That's what they kept saying. That's what Lizzie kept saying. And I said, well, pray. That's all you can do is pray. So she sat back and she balled her hands up, bent her knees up, and she started praying. And then Eddie started bothering her. I said, we're going to leave Lizzie alone. She's doing some work now. So then Lizzie prayed. And she was like, I really hope that we get a kitty cat. I really hope we get a kitty cat, Mom. And I said, me too. And all I kept thinking is about, I don't want my kids to cry. I don't want my kids to cry. So then we're all sitting down and we're laughing, pointing at things and stuff like that. And then I feel this feeling over me that says, get up, go to the front desk and have a conversation. It came out of nowhere. And then I was like, what? It's not like I heard a voice. I felt it. So I got up. I told the kids. They were like, Mommy, where you going? I said, I'm getting ready to do something. I got to go to the front desk and talk. Just sit here. So then they sat down and I went to the front desk and I was just talking to the lady at the front desk. And she was one of the volunteers. And I told her, she was like, did you get to see the kitty cat? I said, no, the first lady got the little boy. And I said, the other family is in there seeing the little girl. And I said, that family basically cut in front of us, so to speak. They came after we got there and they beat us to the front door. And she was like, oh no. And she was like that. And then we just had a conversation. And then she was like, I really like you guys. Like out of nowhere. She was like, you guys are so sweet. And oh, I hate when good people don't walk out of here with an animal. And she just kept saying it over and over and over again. And then the kids kept running, saying, Mommy, what are you doing? Why are you taking so long? You're taking so long. So then I told her, I said, I got to go back to them. They won't stay still. She said, you go back, like that. So then we went to go sit down. I went to go sit down with the kids. And then I'm looking through the window. And I'm like, I just want them to say no. Or I want the lady in there to say, no, we got to let the cat visit them too. But she walked out the room and she said, they're going to adopt Chloe. And y'all, my heart, it just went whoom, like this. I was like, oh, what did I do to my kids today? Man. So then Lizzie said, wait, what? I said, Lizzie, they got the kitty cat. And she said, so we're going home without a cat today? And I said, yeah, I'm so sorry. I felt so bad. And so then her head dropped and you could see the tears just getting ready to start. And then Eddie looked up and he said, Mommy, now we're going to get ready to go see Chloe? I mean, no, he called him Cleo. So now we're going to go in there and see our Cleo? I said, Eddie, did you not hear what that lady said? And then Lizzie looked over, she said, they're adopting her. We're not getting her. Like that. And then Eddie said, no. I said, no. And then he went like this. And I said, oh, Lord, Father God, what did I do to my kids today? So then we just got up and we walked to the front desk. And when we walked to the front desk, like, because you got to pass the front desk to walk out the door. So I didn't go to the front desk. I was going to go to the door. And then something was just slowing me down. Like, don't go out the door. And because remember, there were only 4 cats. 2 were kittens and the other one was like 10 years old. And I think the other one was 13 years old. Or maybe they were both 10. One was 10. I know one was 10 for a fact. The other one, I don't know if they were 11 or 13. I'm not sure, but they were older senior cats. And those were the 2 kittens. So it was only 4 cats that were up for adoption. And then there was like 4 or 5 puppies or whatever. And so, because they wait a while before they put animals up for adoption, because they want them to be very healthy. They just don't get an animal in and say, hey, we got a new animal yesterday. They don't do that. So then they, something told me don't walk out the door. So then I just I just stand there at the desk. And then I'm like, man, I just said that to the lady. And, oh, and we gave her our card. So you're probably watching. Hey. And she said, that family got the cat. I was like, yeah. Man, if only we just ran and I wasn't worried about getting the umbrellas together and stuff. And we just ran in the rain and we just didn't care. We just ran. And like, if I knew that's what you had to do, you had to be the first one there, I'd have picked Eddie up with them little tiny legs he got. I'd have picked Eddie up, told Lizzie, go, just run and stuff like that. And then I would have ran right behind her, you know, but I didn't know that. So we were all slow and fancy with our little umbrellas. I had my black one. Lizzie had her Dora. Eddie had his Mickey Mouse. And we're just walking like this, nothing. I told the lady, I'm like, man, we had just missed it. I said, I didn't know we had to do that. She was like, yeah, they must know. They must come out here a lot. She said, it's not who gets to the door first. It's who gets to put their name on this paper first. And she said, obviously, whoever gets to the door first is the one who writes on the paper first. And then she was like, man, I just hate when good families just don't walk out of here with an animal. So then I was like, but thank you, like that. So we were getting ready to leave. She said, wait, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. This is not going to happen today. And I was like, please don't start nothing. Please don't make them go in that room and be like, no, you cut in front of them. They're going to see Chloe too. I was like, oh my God, please don't think I started anything. I didn't want to start anything. So I'm just sitting there, my heart just going like that. I was like, oh Lord, what to do? Then the girl that I called like the social worker, she has a specific name, but I forgot what it's called. But the girl who sets up the adoptions, you know, and the volunteer had like yelled over to her and she said, come here. I think her name I think is Jaleesa. She has a card too. So, hey. And then she told her to come here. She said, come here. She said, we can't have them walk out of here without an animal. So, and remember, I'm thinking that there was only 2 kitty cats. So I'm like, what is she doing? Is she trying to start something with that cat over there? So then she said, we can't let her walk out of here without a cat. So what I want you to do, Jaleesa, I want you to go back there to your manager and talk to her. And I was like, oh Lord, I don't want to start anything. And I was about to just run out of there. And then I was like, but something is telling me don't go. It was like my feet were glued to the floor. I said, don't go. So the manager was back there for a while and Jaleesa was back there for a while. And then the manager came out and her name was Elizabeth. And she came out and she said, are you the family that came in for one of the kitty cats? And I was like, yeah. She's like, okay, just want to know. And then, and then someone had called her name. And I said, oh, your name's Elizabeth? She was like, yeah. And I said, her name's Elizabeth too. And Lizzie got so excited and twirling around and boom, hit her face. And she was bleeding, face all pink and everything. I'm like, girl, stay still. So then she got her an ice pack. Then she asked the kids if they wanted candy. They gave the kids candy. And I'm just sitting here like, why are we sitting here? Please don't start anything. And then she walked away. I guess she wanted to come out and look at us. She walked away. Maybe about 5 minutes later, Jaleesa comes back out with a piece of paper. Like a little, not a piece of paper, but a folder. And she says, I didn't want to tell you guys about this because we're not supposed to talk about it now. But we have another kitten in this building. And I'm like, huh? She was like, yeah. He's not up for adoption yet because tomorrow he's going on television. And I was like, he's going on TV. So he's not open for adoption today. And then we want to keep checking him and making sure that he's perfectly 100% healthy before he's up for adoption. So we didn't put him out here so no one knows about him. But my manager said that you guys can meet with him. And if you like him, you can adopt him. I was like, oh. And then I said, okay. And she opened up the folder and she went through everything, went down the list of everything and said he tested negative for this, negative for this. You know, all the stuff they test for kids, all the stuff they test for cats. And then he had all his shots, his rabies shots and everything. He's microchipped and everything. And then I said, sure, I would meet with him, of course. So then they went in the back. She went back in the back. And then Lizzie was like, Mommy, what were y'all talking about? And it's so crazy. They're always like nosy, but don't pay attention to what is being said. I'm like, if you're going to be nosy, listen. I said, Lizzie, they have another kitty cat back there. And we're going home with a kitty cat. And then she was like, what? I said, yeah. And then I looked at her dead in her eyes and I said, ain't God good? And then she looked up at the sky, twirled around in circles and said, thank you, Jesus. So then we went in there and then we met with the little guy.
He's a perfect pet.
Oh, she hurt her face, so she's a little red in the cheek and the nose. Look at her, she's like, I don't want them to see that.
He's a perfect pet.
She got on blush. Okay, stay still. You excited, Cookie?
Yeah.
So how come he's supposed to be on TV tomorrow?
We like to take a cat like every week.
Oh.
Just to be featured on TV.
Oh. I told Lizzie, I'm like, he's on TV like us.
And it's like dancing.
Now we are headed to Petco, y'all. We're going inside of Petco. They are so excited. You see? Okay, go for it, girl. Okay, go for it. Found the food? You sure? Okay. But that's not the one we want, but keep going. KITTEN. You think you found it? Get it, girl. Wait, before you grab, let's make sure we got the right ingredient, not ingredients, but the right flavor, and I want the biggest size.
This is the one we chose.
Now we are at Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm excited. I know I've been talking for a long time, so this last part is just going to be a couple seconds. But you guys know that we went to see him on the 30th. And then he was going to be on television the next day, the 31st. So they were going to say that they were telling us that we could come and get him later on the 31st. But he wasn't really eating that day. And then he had threw up just a little bit. So they wanted to watch him. Anytime a cat either sneezes, has a little runny nose, just look a little lethargic, throw up, hiccup, burp up, whatever, they keep the cat. They don't be like, oh, it's just okay, just see your vet in the next 24 hours or 48 hours. They don't do that. They will hold that cat for any little thing. So they held him on the 31st. She had called me and she said, he didn't go on TV today, and we're going to hold him. So we may let him be released later today. She's still talking about the 31st. She said, we may release him later today if they're able to see him. And if not, we're going to check him on the 1st. But we're closed to the public on the 1st. So you may have to come and get him on the 2nd. So I was like, okay, I'm fine. And I told the kids that we weren't going to go on the 31st. And this is after we're home. And they went like this, oh, like sad like that. I said, no, that is our cat. Calm down. That is our cat. Okay, we're going to get them. He's just being treated like luxury, like a royalty right now. Okay, just so then I told Lizzie, I said, well, you're going back to school on the 2nd. And so you won't be there. Is it okay that we get him without you? Or should we wait after you come home from school? And she went like this. I want you to get him before, because I want to come home and see my cat. And I was like, okay. Look at her coming up with decisions. So then Eddie and I went there, and we got our homeboy. And Eddie was too crunk. He was too crunk. So you're not going to see me talking anymore. You're just going to watch the rest of the video, because I've been putting myself in between the video, which I need to get better with doing intros and stuff. Your girl, my life is crazy. Okay. You're going to get to meet our little baby boy. He is, right now, today, he turned 3 months old. But now I'm not the only one in the house going, meow. How you feeling? See, I knew I was saying it for a reason, because I got my kitty cat. How you feeling? Because I'm feeling fine. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this part, because I'll keep talking and the video will be an hour long. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Enjoy the rest of the video. And remember, no matter how hard life gets, keep holding it down. See you in the next video. Bye. Come on, Slowpoke. But don't go in the street part. Don't go in the street part. Oh, his pants falling down. We're heading back into the Humane Society, y'all. Okay, now you can run. Stay on the yellow. Run across. Go ahead, stay on the yellow. Run. Good job. Holding his pants. But yeah, we are headed back in to the Connecticut Humane Society. Right for the adoption, y'all. Right for the adoption. I'm coming, man. I'm coming. They're going back there to get him. Yeah, they went back there to get him. Eddie is 20. He's not staying still, y'all. This boy is hopping and bopping all over the place. You see them coming, Eddie? Yeah, they're coming. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Oh, look at him.
He's all fancy.
Oh, look at the little
What's
baby.
that? Is that mine?
Yeah, we have a YouTube channel.
Oh, you do?
Uh-huh.
Awesome.
Almost at 100,000.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll check you out then.
You gonna
Thank
give
you.
one to him?
You can give one to him. Brad, look.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll treat you.
Oh, go get that.
Here, I'll treat you for some food. Thank you, buddy.
But he's officially yours. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah. We're home now, little guy. You want to come out? There's a little thing. There you go. He came out quick. Most cats don't come out that fast. So I'm gonna have him in the bathroom for a few days unless he's ready. If he's ready, he can come out today.